your lens, the more you see, you'll find something in there to buy into. It may not be a direct result of this initiative or this project that you've been chosen to lead, but it could be a subsequent reward that you'll get by doing this down the road. Whatever it is that you can find to get real buy-in, not fake, but real buy-in is absolutely necessary as the leader of the team. Think of it like this. Let's say that my task is to get from here to that door, to the back of the room, okay? But in developing this task, I've decided that the only way to get there is right down this aisle. So I start walking down this aisle, which means that if I walk down this aisle, everything that's in this aisle is a big deal. So if you move your chair, and I can't get through, I'm host, because that's all that I'm looking at. All I see is something really narrow. So take two. I go back up here. Still have the same task. My job is to get from here to that door. But I put the wide-angle lens on the camera and I can see the whole room. And I see all that's possible. I see a lot of different options. And eventually I can pick one that'll get me to that door. Because there's enough here that I can grab onto something to give me the buy-in that I need. You're going to feel that, where sometimes you're given an initiative to lead where it's just not cooking for me now. You got to find a way to find value in that moment so that it's real and it matters then, even if your reward comes farther down the line. Because ultimately, the most significant buy-in is yours. Now, we are headed into football season. Amen, absolutely. I love football. I love football. One of my favorite football players of all time is a fellow named Mike Singletary. Anybody here from Chicago? Yeah. Love Mike Singletary. You know, a few years ago, when they were interviewing for the Falcons coach, he interviewed, and I was hoping he'd get the job, but he didn't. And now he's winning in San Francisco. God bless him. He's a great guy. And we have a good coach, too. Mike Smith's a good coach. Mike Singletary was inducted into the Hall of Fame. And during his induction speech, he talked about his mother. And he talked very vividly about how ever since he was a little boy, his mother always told him, there is greatness within you. Your job is to find it and to live it. What's incredible about that is that it wasn't based on where he was from or who he was. She believed that no matter what, because there's greatness in all of us, and I believe that too. But the cool part for me in listening to that is that she used the word greatness. Not, you're going to succeed, boy, you're going to be fine. Not, you're going to be okay, you're going to make it through. No, the goal was greatness. The very, very best that you can possibly be. People want to be challenged to greatness. That's why you have to come up with a vision that challenges them to be even better, to rise to the occasion, and become the greatness that you know and that I think most people do believe that they can be if you set them up right. You want to do this with enthusiasm because you believe in that greatness and you believe in the potential it will create for you and for the team and for the individual. You want to create an environment of success where failure is not an option and the goal is to achieve that greatness. And do that with plenty of praise and support because encouragement is one of the best things you can give people to reach their greatness. And lastly, that greatness starts with you. You got to walk the talk. You have to be the greatness that you're asking your team to be. How many people saw the movie Bruce Almighty? Remember the scene where Bruce is at his wit's end and he goes up to God and he asks for a miracle. I can't take it anymore. What does God tell him? What's that? Be the miracle. Be the miracle. You be the greatness that you expect from your team. Be the example. Make them look at you and go, I want some of that. So that they, with all the enthusiasm and commitment that they could possibly give you, come to you and say, please, paint me blue. I have one last question for you. How many people ate the candy that I passed out? Stick out your tongue.